Dear Afrikaner, you don't know me. My skin looks like yours, but we are different fundamentally. The lies you told yourselves to justify your gain are drenched in blood, anguish, and pain. How did you sleep at night while you were lying in bed? Did the screams of the innocent echo through your heads? Do you remember when Hector Peterson's body was carried away? I do, and I wasn't even there that day. You just went along with it, right? Yeah, you were a pacifist and didn't want to fight? Shame on you and your blood-stained white hands. Was it worth it all to have 75% of the lands? Your children inherit indirect knowledge from you, but you fail to tell them that half of it isn't even true. Yesterday is gone, never to return. But I tell you from my heart, it is never too late to learn. I challenge you, step outside of your race. You may be surprised at their forgiveness and grace. May the Afrikaners learn to love genuinely, and may we do so the same here in the land of the free.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today, my group will present to you a series of random skits throughout today's presentation. Our first skit will show you how black South Africans had to move out of the way for white Afrikaners. Second, we have to compare how white Afrikaners reacted to a regular African to a white Afrikaner with authority. Third, we have a white family reacting to someone related to them having an interracial relationship with a black woman, and they even have a child together. Our last skit will show a white woman pushing a black woman out of a water fountain and taking her past, leading the black woman unreasonably being arrested. And here is our first dramatization.
So you want to go some right later? No, we'll do something else. They call you, that's a movie.
Excuse me? What a lady, bro.
Before we continue with the rest of our presentations, we would like to do an activity so you guys can understand a little bit more about the book, Knowledge in the Blood.
Everyone who's not in EO 101, can you please stand? Who's not in EO 101?
Okay, we would like to talk about the 75-25.
Everyone who is standing, can you please move in the last two rows?
We were just joking, guys. Some of us were looking at us like we're crazy, but in reality, this is exactly what was going on in South Africa during the apartheid. 25% of the people own 75% of the land, while 75% of the people own 25% of the land.
Okay, I'm going to ask two quick questions. Those of you who are standing, how did you feel being isolated at Upland Tech?
I felt pinpointed. If you're not 101, what's just that? Making me unsocial. You're not.
Honestly, felt it wasn't fair.
And those of you who remained seated, how did you feel?
I felt comfortable because they all understand.
Anyone else?
These are the views expressed in the book. In the end, who is really the oppressed?
Black South Africans that were discriminated over the years?
Or the white Afrikaners, who are now being blamed for their ancestry, and now have to live in a world opposite to where they were taught in?
You be the judge.
So how was math class? It was fun. You guys ready for that? Really? I'm stressing so much about it. Did that neighbor just bump into me?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Just shut up before I get the police officer.
I swear, they're all the same. They don't have manners or anything. Yes, I'm okay, but they don't have manners. None of them.
Hello, students.
Hello.
How was your day going today?
Yeah, for you guys. Some nigga just bumped into me. He nearly knocked me over. I wasn't watching where he was going.
Well, we have to set our differences aside in order for reconciliation.
Yeah, okay.
Good afternoon, class. Books out, let's get ready to learn. As we were discussing previously, we defined apartheid as a system of segregation and discrimination of race in South Africa. Now, leading to today's lesson, the system of apartheid depended on the few Afrikaner universities, including Pretoria, to generate the knowledge and the loyal expertise to sustain racial discrimination and racial dominance in the sphere of society. Question already? Yes?
How would you feel what you were taught to provide you some valuable information?
Well, this is an unjust issue, as you can see. So I will feel deceived. But unfortunately, the Afrikaners were not aware of it. Now, to move along with the lesson, we know that the apartheid legislation enacted laws to define and enforce segregation, such as the Native Laws Amendment of 1952, which narrowed the category of blacks who had rights of permanent residence in town. Yes, LaDon?
Was this the law that isolated 75% of the population to 75%?
Correct. I'm glad you remembered the statistic fact. This was a very unfair law, especially since the same law itself states it was their native country. However, going back to UP, there are also good things about that university, like their teaching, culture, and their learning culture. But the bad things had to be fixed. They're keeping out black citizens and teachers under the pretense of protected language rights. Yes, Janice?
So you need to tell me that South African children and teachers didn't have access to education because they were never taught the African language, right?
Exactly. They were also prohibited from these learning privileges, primarily because of the lack of equity. Furthermore, it is said that at UP, white students would express very firm views about the past, hold rigid views about the present, and convey fatalistic views about the future. Celeste?
How could young people, still young children, around the time Mandela was released from prison, recall so vividly experiences and events from the past?
Good question. The only answer to that would be indirect knowledge. Pertaining to our class discussion on the apartheid, I would like to show you guys a TV show that relates to oppression and modern day perceptions.
I don't think she's hungry anymore.
Oh, okay, go to my family. I haven't seen them since we had a baby.
What do you think they're gonna do?
I don't know.
Well, look who it is.
Little Johnny's fucking around with this new girl, this little baby.
What are you doing with this piece of trash you're going back?
Because I love you.
Johnny, let's just go.
Shut up, Negro. Say one more word, I'll make you wish you never met
I'm
me.
sorry, ma'am.
Did my mom say you're quiet? Get out of here. Now.
Thank you. Wait.
Hi, welcome to Sashi Show, where we focus on We the People. Today we will be focusing on oppression and modern day perception. Please welcome our guests, Faris, Diana, and
Yes, as a part of a college course, I was required to read the book Knowledge in the Blood. The book Knowledge in the Blood basically speaks about how an apartheid that took place in South Africa tore a nation apart due to the process of segregation and oppression.
And Ashley, how do you feel about the apartheid?
I actually had a grandmother who lived during the apartheid. She was very smart and educated, but being that the laws that was made, she felt less of a person and very dumb. She had to walk around with a pass. If she did not have her pass, she was either called an animal or she was locked up. So therefore, I have a very strong feeling towards her.
And Crystal, have you ever been oppressed?
Actually, in June, I went to a graduation and a woman approached me and told me that I wasn't welcome and then repeatedly called me white trash.
Okay. And Diana, how do you feel about perceptions and have you ever been perceived in any way or form?
Yes, well, I feel that people should not judge others the way they look. And since I'm Hispanic, I always get judged because they think I'm not from this country and I was born in this country. And I have family members that were born in another country and they come here to give our family a better opportunity, and I feel that everyone should be treated the same way and not be judged.
Okay. And my dear audience, how many of you guys were not born in this country? By a show of hands? Okay. And Paris, I do understand that you are Palestinian and that your people have been viewed in a very intense manner. Would you like to share your story on that?
Sure, I'll be more than happy to.
In today's news, we sit down and talk to a Palestinian woman. Be careful when you tell your little girl if you can from what you think. And also, we bring to you a shocking undercover story brought to you by a team of Temper Radical News. This is Temper Radical News, live from PCCC.
Hello and welcome to Temper Radicals News. My name is Andrea Jimenez and this is my co-anchor Jaquise. Today, in honor of the memory of Nelson Mandela, and due to the return of our EOF administrator, Enrique Noguera, after having traveled to Africa and meeting the one and only Jonathan D. Jensen, we would like to present you our Radicals news segment called Knowledge in the Blood.
Okay, I just got word that Honey Khan has won a trial against Abercrombie & Fitch. She is now live with Radical reporter Issa Chances.
Isha, we're on.
Oh! Hello everyone, I'm Isha Sanchez and I'm here with Honey Khan, who recently won the ruling of discrimination against Abercrombie & Fitch. This issue has been confirmed numerous times that Abercrombie regarding discrimination is not the first time. For example, upon more investigation, I found out that in 2009, Samantha Eloff from Oklahoma put a demand against the company because supposedly the company did not hire her for a job. Also in 2009, ReMD won 8,000 euros against the company after she claimed banished to stop her because she had a prosthetic arm. So upon hearing all this, how do you feel about having won in your favor and ruling in your favor, honey? Can I call you honey?
Yes, of course. And honestly, I feel great because it's America and America stands for freedom.
Of course. So what exactly occurred on the day of basically when you started to feel this was discrimination?
Well, after 4 months of my job, I was approached from a manager, and she said that she disapproved of my job. And that's when I thought I was wrong, because I was fired due to that.
The company stated that they offered your job back, is that true?
Yeah, they offered me my job back after 11 days, but they told me that I could not wear my hijab.
I have an understanding that the company has a look policy that outlines what an employee should wear and how they should style their hair. Is that correct?
Yes, and honestly, it's not even fair. Because they don't care what it was for that I had that job. I told them that it was for religious reasons, but they refused to understand, and they fired me.
Indeed it is, honey. Would you like to address people out there in similar situations?
Yes, the whole reason I decided to sue the company was so that other people can see that they need to stand up and be heard, because otherwise the oppression will not stop. Wow, what a powerful message. And like she said, anyone who is being oppressed, speak up and be heard. All types of people are oppressed, but it is up to you to stop the oppression.
All right. Next on our agenda, we have reporter Kate Morales with an enlightening video about teaching young girls that they can perform the same as boys versus promoting sex discrimination in sports. Dude, throw like a girl. Keep shooting, man.
According to the new video ad done by Always, in the new episode of Mythbusters, the term throwing like a girl should actually be considered a compliment, since it has been proven that girls are actually good at throwing. Moreover, due to cultural differences, it has been embedded in the minds of men and women that throwing like a girl is bad for reasons. Here to help us prove our point is Nuria Martinez, professional basketball player.
Would you throw us the ball, please?
Our goals for today is to teach Kate how a girl really throws and to empower her.
Throwing like a girl. It's a compliment.
Well, that's all from Kate. Andrea?
Lastly, to complete this special report, we bring you an undercover story about a business who has been accused of discriminating against people of color.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we are. Here, take some application. Here. Well, I'd like to ask you guys on your working experience. The first, no, not a job. Oh, well, not first, because I went to the student. No, work so far. Oh, that's what I do. You?
Well, I have second work experience. I used to work at a library, and also I used to work at Barnes & Noble, and I also used to volunteer at retirement.
Well, I think it's nice. Well, I guess that's all my questions for today. Thank you.
Young man's education part. Who are you? Why do I have to answer to you?
With the type of radical undercover report, why did you do that young man's education?
I don't have to answer to you. Why are these cameras in my store?
He was obviously the better candidate for the job.
I'm not answering with all these cameras in my face.
So we just want to know the reason behind it.
Fine, just get rid of the cameras.
Okay, we'll get rid of the cameras later.
Okay, well, after we put the cameras away, she refused to talk to us about this incident. But she did comment that she believes that dark-colored people are not to be trusted, and therefore, she did not feel comfortable working with one. When asked why, she simply stated that that's what she was taught, and so far, the only truth.
Wow, I think that's surprising. It's been years since apartheid, yet race discrimination is still among us.
Yes, and I fear that indirect knowledge, as good as it can be also be bad. This is a perfect example of it.
She really thinks that what was told to her by past generations is correct, and it's not.
Anywho, should end this on a good note. Here's a photo of EOF Administrator Enrique Noguera with Dr. Jensen.
Now back to your regular scheduled programming.
So who are the oppressed? Violence in the Middle East has been happening for years now. Well, my name is Palestine. I've been under occupation since 1967. Since then, my people have been killed every day. From unborn children being ripped out of pregnant women, to the elders being dragged out of their homes, beaten up brutally, knocked down on their knees, and lined up to be executed. On a daily basis, mothers lose their children, wives are left to be widowed, and children are becoming orphans. People live in fear every day, knowing that any minute their front door will be knocked down by Israeli soldiers and will be shot down one by one. Knowing that their children, fathers, and mothers may never return home due to them being killed by the Zionists. My children are seen as terrorists because they throw stones at the Zionist weapons and artillery to protect themselves to survive. The media has made me look like a terrorist state and my people as the enemy. The media makes the Zionists look like a victim. The media makes it look okay for an illegal state under the international law to take over the homes of innocents. My name is Palestine. I do exist. My people exist. And though I don't exist in the media and Zionist eyes, though I don't exist on the map, I exist in the hearts of millions around the world.
My heart really does go out to all those people whose life has been lost to such traumatic events. And my heart really does go out to all those people around the world who are being oppressed, and also to your people. And in tribute to that, I have made a song, or created a song, just in order of repression. Okay. Every day I rise on a prayer. That's all I had to take me through. I know one day I must and I will. Oh. Free myself from everything that holds me captive. Gonna be free like a bird in the sky. I'm gonna be free, gonna fly so high. Oh, let me be free my mind. I'm gonna be free, gonna fly so high. Life is so sweet and I don't wanna die, but this burden I bear can be hard sometimes. Low stress, oppression everywhere. The people have hope, but open minds are rare. Try to make peace, but that they don't wanna hear. Look on the youth's face, I see the pain. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, so I wanna be free like a bird in the sky. I wanna be free, wanna fly so high. Oh, let me be free my mind. I'm gonna be free, gonna fly so high. And that concludes the show, guys. So please join us again on another episode of Sassy Show, where we focus on We the People. Please thank our guests for coming and share their
Didn't I just ask you to move? What did you just say?
What's going on here? Nothing, officer.
You call nothing? I came to drink water and she didn't move out of the way. Plus she cursed at me. Besides, she don't have a passport.
I didn't see her. She took it from me.
You have a pass?
No.
She doesn't have a pass.
Yes, she does.
Why would she have a pass? She has no reason to have a pass.
Why are you arresting me?
For not having a pass.
Why are you checking her?
She has
You
no
should
reason to
check
have a
her.
pass. Now you're arrested for resisting arrest. Let's go.
After watching this insightful program, now I have a question for you all. So who are the oppressed?
Our country's strong, our country's young, and her greatest songs are still unsung.